Hi everyone in Tel Aviv, this is Ben. We're here on the northern border, preparing for whatever might happen here. It's amazing to see what you guys are doing and all the things you're donating, but there are a lot of things that you could get rather than sweets or snacks that make a big difference when you're preparing to go into combat. A lot of things that even combat soldiers have forgotten because it's been a long time. I'm going to share with you a few of those things that you can buy in the supermarket that can make a big difference and explain why they can make a big difference to לדייק אתכם. So let's have a look at some of the things. First of all, this black sellotape, especially Tessa, if you can get it, as a company we use on everything. It ties our gear to our weapons to make sure that we don't lose what we use. For example here, okay? We use it on all our equipment, our magazines. It's really important. So if you can get black sellotape, especially Tessa, that could be very helpful. And we have paracord or any kind of rope you can get like this from Ricochet. We use it again to tie our equipment to us to make sure we don't lose it if we go behind enemy lines, if we go into combat. Really important things, you can buy these almost anywhere. First aid kits, okay? You don't know where the medic's gonna be if you're on the front. There are especially important things you can get, like small bandages like this that can make a big difference. Or you can go into Super Farm and get Leukoplast, which will deal with small cuts like these, okay? These are thicker, this is thinner. These are things you can buy off the shelf, they make a huge difference, okay? Another thing are blister plasters. We walk a lot. You see the back of our feet falling off because we walk so much. Blister plasters can make a huge difference. You can get them also from the store. Make sure you get good ones of all of this stuff. This, if you don't have this already in your house and you can acquire something, this is a tourniquet, a cat tourniquet. If you can buy them, I know there are people in our community who've been in Hatzalah. You should have them. Make sure you have one at home. Make sure you know how to use it. If you can get a hold of extras and give them to soldiers, this makes the difference between life and death. This is a tourniquet, it will save lives. The more tourniquets we have on the front line, the more lives we will save. It's as simple as that. Okay, this is what saves people's lives from blood loss when they have serious injuries. So have one at home, and if you can get extra to the soldiers, this is a really good thing to get. A few final things. If you're going to get a camelback, get one of these. Dehydration is one of the biggest things that can hurt us here on the front. We don't pay attention to it, we don't concentrate, we don't drink enough, then we can't fight anyway. This is something I used in my service. You can get them from Super Farm. It's electro rice strawberry. If a soldier's dehydrated, he takes out one packet of these, mixes it with water, drinks it, and within 5 minutes he's back to hydration. This is my personal advice. I'm not a medical professional. I've just seen this work in real life loads and loads of times. It's saved us from having to take people out of the field and emergency evacuate them. You can also get this in Super Farm from behind the desk. You can have a look at the brand. It's called Electro Rice Strawberry. I bought one for every guy in my unit. The final things are these pens, okay? If you decide to use a tourniquet, you need to write the time that you put it on because someone can lose a limb. With us in combat, we don't ask questions. We just put tourniquets on quickly because we don't want to take chances. It's really important we write down the time that we put the tourniquet on, because if it didn't require a tourniquet, we have people who are qualified to take them off, but if you leave them on for too long, someone can literally lose a limb. So it's important that at all times we have a black marker. It also helps us mark out our equipment, make sure things don't get lost. Final two items, one is tipex, okay? Tipex marks on the pockets of the vest what equipment is where. So if I come to someone and he's injured, I can use his healthcare equipment to look after him and keep mine for me in case I get injured. So it's really important. I'm also in a gevist. I have a lot of bullets. I use tipex to mark out how many bullets I have left so I can quickly count how much ammunition I have, so I know how much I need to make sure I've got as much as I can carry at all times. And the final item is a bit more expensive, I know, but it's a Leatherman knife. I know a knife, you might think it's just for being cool and the looks, but actually it's got tools here that clean our guns. A clean gun is a gun isn't jam. A gun that jams is a gun that kills its user. So if you're able to get Leathermans to guys in the front who don't have, it can make a massive difference. Thank you so much for all you're doing. I hope this is helpful. These are things you should be able to buy off the shelf in stores that are near you and can make a massive difference on the front if that's what you're interested in doing. We have enough sweets, we have enough snacks, we have enough bisley. If you're going to buy snacks though, and this is my final piece of advice, please buy something that fits into our vests. Okay, that's like Mentos and Tic Tacs. If you're bringing chocolate bars, we won't be able to fit them in anyway, so it won't help. And the final note on Khatifim is protein bars make all the difference. If we go to war, we don't know where our next meal's coming from. A protein bar can be a meal, food for a soldier for a day. We had a donation to my unit, thanks to our friend in our community, Andrew Jacobson. That's 100 soldiers with 5 days worth of food, thanks to his donation, okay? You guys can do exactly the same. So please, protein bars is also a good thing. But if you're gonna buy snacks, make sure they're small enough to fit into our vests so that we can carry them with us. Mentos, Tic Tacs, and so on. Thank you so much for what you're doing. Bye, guys.